winners of 4 straight, the Wisconsin Badgers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Northwestern has the kickoff team on the field as we're about ready to start. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Wisconsin's offense will have the ball first. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. We're just going to see what they do today.
Let's take just a moment here and talk about Wisconsin. Breaking into the top 15 is one step closer to the college football playoff. If you've made it this far, the dream is within reach. The question becomes, will they take the next step, Jesse?
You got to keep winning. Now when we're talking about this team, you're hearing college football playoff in the same sentence because of where they're ranked in the top 15. So, David, as they move forward, they've got to continue to elevate and ascend with their talent and play on the field.
Yeah, and it's exciting, right? To be mentioned.
There he goes. He's at the 50. At the 30. The 10. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all away. Touchdown, Wisconsin.
And as a coach, you're just hoping your offense can take the field on the first series of the game and create a little bit of momentum, get into a rhythm. How about that running play? Hitting a home run early in this game. You know that's got the sidelines all juiced up.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. That drive took no time at all. A couple of plays and finished it with a long run for the touchdown. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He gets a block. Just barely able to stop him. He almost housed that baby. The nice return there. That last line of coverage is the only thing that stopped him from scoring. The Wildcats offense will get the ball for the first time. And, David, their quarterback hasn't always blown you away statistically, but he is a guy that the coaches trust.
Yeah, and he'll show you some flashes of why you should trust him, Reese. But here's the thing. This is not a guy that we're saying, go win me the football game. That's not where he's at right now in his career. Jesse, he's a guy that needs the others, that they got to help him out. They got to play on schedule, not make those mistakes when guys really play well around him.
Yeah, David, the one thing quarterbacks don't want to be referred to as is a game manager, but that's really more what this guy is. You're right. They have to be able to run the football. They can't turn it over. They got to play great defense. If they do that in this game, he's good enough to get this win.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Out of the gun to give to the back. He'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Hand off from the shotgun. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. They've been running it, but now the pass. It's complete to the right. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. First down, operating in the red zone and doing it in a den of noise. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Touchdown, Northwestern. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. These two guys, they just shared a glance, and they knew exactly what to do, Dave.
And how many times do we hear that? The quarterback talk about it after the game and go, hey, I just looked at him. He knew what I saw. I knew what he saw. We're on the same page. We've done this before. That chemistry equals big plays.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finish it up with a 15-yard scoring toss. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Quarterback may change this route. He'll start this drive going to the air. Finds the tight end. Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain.
That's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, tight end, running across the field on the drag. Nice play.
Now on first down from the 28. Leaves it with the back. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. On the run, it's Hester. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Back to pass on second down. Snagged out of the air. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
And quarterback, receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
And the Badgers are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on third down.
Well, it's decision time now for the head coach. You probably like the play call. Third down, you're running the ball thinking you're going to get it in your own end. You don't. Now what do you do?
They're throwing for it on fourth down. He's got it, first down and more. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect fourth down call there. The Badgers will snap it on first and 10. They'll try the left side. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Well, they're trying to set up the screen pass to the running back, just nowhere to go after he caught the football. The defense completely swarmed around him, and that's a loss.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. They make the stop, but what a job on the scramble to get loose and pick up that first down.
That is what I'm talking about. So many guys lose where they're at on the field, lose the down and distance. It's third down. I can't slide. QB knows it. Nice job using his noggin and his heart, lowering the shoulder to get the first down on third down.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Keep it on the ground. Here comes 3rd and short from the 24, and this offense does not want to send out the field goal unit. He might want another play. Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. Here comes the heat. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on 3rd down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on 3rd down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
And they'll send out the field goal unit. And he got just enough of that one. And with that field goal, they now have the lead.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out
there. On the move from inside his 5. This possession from their own 20. Wants to throw on 1st down. He'll pull it down. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. They'll run play action. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep. Listen to this place. Oh, man, they love their Badgers. 3rd down coming. From the gun, wants to pass. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. He was thinking big return, didn't get that, but boy, did he give his offense an opportunity at the 31.
Are you kidding me? Lucky number 7. He's got 7 interceptions on the season, consistently around the ball. High IQ, breaks on the football great. This guy just makes play after play after play.
Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. And I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here, bro.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
Once he got some room, it was over.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Big Ten. Nebraska is down, but they are not out of it. Not there in Lincoln. One of the most special places to watch a game in all of college football. They're trailing by just 2 to Minnesota. Just another week in the Big Ten where the only constant is chaos. Ellis?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line. The Wildcats in a good spot here with second and short. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
Well, I think the defense is expecting here on third down that this running back's going to get it again. Got it on first, had a nice carry, got it on second. Now he set him up in third and short. You've got to be physical here and make sure this guy goes backwards.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1. The Wildcats with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Leaves it with the back. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
It's hard for an offense to win when you get in predictable situations. What a great job understanding where the first down marker is. Got to get a big game, got to get that first down. Nice job breaking nose for the first down.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The give on the option. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Finds a man on the right. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44. And the Wildcats come to the line with a new set of downs. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
And that is what every single defense wants, man. They got to get those negative plays so you can put them in predictable situations. They gave up some yardage, but that's okay. Getting the sack, now forcing the third and long, gear up the pass rushers, bring in some extra DBs, and try to go get them again.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And they're not on the same page there.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
And no shot at a return here as the punt flies out of bounds. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. Basically everything they've tried has worked, scoring a couple of touchdowns and a field goal on their first 3 possessions. Looking for room at the 25. Turning it on! The 30. The 20. He's at touchdown, Wisconsin! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big-time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible because he'll make it happen.
Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. That one's going to get a little star mark decided on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown just like that. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Northwestern offense returns to the field. Trailing down by 17, David, this is an opportunity they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something on.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Throws to the wideout. Working that left side. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. New set of downs after the completion. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking downfield on first down. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35.
This is not going to get any easier. You're already down. You know it's passing situation. And you got to protect your quarterback, and they can't do it. This has not been a great day early for this offense.
And the Wildcats trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to win the field position with the return.
And this play first starts with great recognition. When you get upfield as a defensive lineman, you kind of feel it and you smell the screen behind it. And how about that? Get the big mitts in the air, catch the football, and then you show the whole world what you're about. You are an elite athlete. You're just overgrown a little bit. A little return on it. Just give a little icing on the sundae.
Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. Well, you just couldn't find a much better way to start the drive. 1st and goal from the 3. They'll try to run it in. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Badger. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
And he added the extra point. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him. 2nd down, he'll throw it. And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night.
I tell you what, it puts you in a tough position when you're backed up inside your own 20 trying to come out. But when you're a defense and you can force a turnover and you already set your offense up in scoring position, they are going to be extremely happy, and that offensive coordinator is going to look extremely smart.
Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. This has been an impressive first half, and Jesse, they'd love nothing better than to tack another one on before the break.
And why would they want to stop at this point? Everything they've dialed up, they've been able to execute throwing and running the football.
And how critical is it for this defense to get a stop? Down right now before the half. They can create some momentum on their side by getting a stop before the half.
This offense has put on a display in the first half, and they have a chance. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Wisconsin!
You just simply can't say enough about this guy and what he has meant to this offense. Big-time players make big plays in big games. He has shown up each and every week. That's his 15th rushing score on the season.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, your game is a big one, but so is this battle right now inside the Big Ten. Nebraska is ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Tom Osborne, this has not been a blowout today in Lincoln. They're up by 5 over Minnesota. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this Big Ten battle.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Now they'll run the draw. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. The Wildcats in the hurry-up. Second down, they'll go to the air. Boom. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the right. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Wants to go up top on first down. Oh, they're after him. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Quickly out to the tight end. Oh, he's got some space. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. On third and short, they'll try to throw for it. Blasted as he lets it go. And it's incomplete on third down. Northwestern will have to punt it away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. They've been outstanding here in this first half. Might as well try for the knockout punch, David.
Yeah, confidence has to be at an all-time high. Great first half. I'm going to get more, Palmer. I'm not scared with the lead when I got the football late.
Yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You can see the quarterback's body language. He wants to go. He wants to go tempo. He wants to take shots. They're trying to light this scoreboard up.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. He was able to squirt free and pick up a few and avoid a negative play there.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking for room. It's Hester. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. And as the clock is winding down here in the first half, they'll send out the field goal team. And this kicker might be feeling it. He made one earlier, now from 49 yards out. That one was leaking and losing altitude fast, but it made it home. Well, that's just piling on. not the penalty kind, just the mean kind. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like we've got a terrific atmosphere there in Madison. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Camp Randall.
And the Badgers will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or 2, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. The Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this third quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying pan to the head. That was a TKO. It was up.
And here comes the Heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
All right, this quarterback is going to have to start playing with a clock going off in his head. He knows he cannot hold on to the football too long with players like that getting after him.
The Wildcats have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Direct snap. He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23.
Now, what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Northwestern will send out the punt team. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. Ready to fire from the pistol. Give to the single back. They stop him after a 6-yard run out to the 24.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Badgers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. To the ground with the back. Dragged down at the 30 after a 5-yard gain.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Fires to the big fella.
I'll tell you, when you've got a tight end like this, it makes it a lot easier calling pass plays on first down, even if the defense is in zone coverage. He did a really good job there, working his leverage, finding the soft spot, and making it an easy completion.
And the Badgers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. This time they'll go to the running game. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down. Clock ticks across the 4-minute mark here in the third. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
Finds a soft spot in the middle. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41. The Badgers kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. To the air on first down. Finds his tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle. Giving up size, still got him on the turf.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
They'll run the screen. Breaks into the open. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it up to 14.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Here we go. Second down, they'll go to the air. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed in the middle, it's Flowers. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a first and goal. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Barrels ahead. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. After getting knocked back, it's second and goal from the 4. Quarterback making checks. To the air on second down. Scrambling away. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
They're going to throw it on third and goal. Touchdown, Badger! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
Well, one of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Temple is ahead right now in South Philly, but this game is a long way from being over. Better hold off on the run to Geno's for the time being. They're up by 4 over Ole Miss. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Leaves it with the back. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Off the play fake. Here's the pressure. And it's his 4th interception of the night. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. And here's the thing, that's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Just on the edge of the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 21. Here we go. From the gun, the running back has it. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Back to pass. Here's a heat. Firing to the right, complete. There he goes. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business. 1st and goal. As we come to the end of the period, Wisconsin has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Wants to go up top. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on 1st down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
He'll do it himself. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football, that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the 1st down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Wisconsin. That'll give him a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
This always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
And the extra point was good. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Northwestern offense returns to the field. Drew a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
You gotta love a defense that just is flying around and having fun. That's what these guys look like, right? All game long, everything has gone their way. And here we are early in the 4th quarter, and they are still bringing their A game, getting a sack on that last one.
And the Wildcats, now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Dropping back, it's Everett. Throws to the tight end. And he can't complete the 1st pass. Let's see if he can get settled.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback and this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You've got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage.
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
As a defensive lineman, let me tell you something. This is hunting season. This is when you pin your ears back and you absolutely fly to the quarterback, and you can see it. They know it's pass, and they get to him again.
Northwestern will have to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. He'll return it from around the 50. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to fire. Just a short pass to the tight end. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. And the Badgers come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. To the ground to try to pick up the first. He did not make it. A stone wall on 3rd down.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
It is good. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest of this way, and we looking pretty good.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner goes down. The Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Got the first down and still on his feet. Stopped at the 24-yard line after the 10-yard gain. 1st and 10 from their own 24-yard line. Right back to the well. Fighting off the defender. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense.
He holds it in, and nobody's close. Crosses the 35, out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play, spotted at the 32.
That's a first down for the offense.
Northwestern comes to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to pass. It's Everett. Fires to the middle. Makes the grab. It's Price. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down.
First down for the offense.
Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not 2nd and long. It's not 3rd and long. Now it's the whole playbook's open. The defense really has to honor run and pass on the next snap.
He's pulled down after a tough run. Gets it to the 6.
Draws and screens are a great way to slow down really aggressive pass rushers. It allows the defensive ends and the defensive tackles to run upfield. The offensive linemen kind of push them upfield, go down to the next level, try to sneak in a big play.
They'll move the wide receiver. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Lets it go to the end zone. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's second down. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. Here we go, set. Wants to go up top. Under fire. And he just threw that one away. Safe move, didn't see anything, lived to play another play.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and get into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking.
So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game, well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever you want.
No doubt. They're going to love watching this game film, too. There's just so many positives to take away from this, and this is the kind of performance today that is really going to help this offense's confidence.
They'll run it. They want to take their time here. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
I'll tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. This offense has it with really good field position. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. And the Wildcats can really attack on this 2nd and short. The give out of the gun. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down.
Well, they needed 2 yards for that 1st down. The running back doing just enough to make sure he keeps this drive alive.
They've moved to the 16. It's 1st and 10. Catch in the middle, it's Price. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Pulls it and fires to the left. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. And the quarterback is knocked down back in the 13.
And man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and it makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
So here they come going for it on 4th and long. The aftershocks of that earlier sack still reverberating. Intercepted deep in his own end. Going the other way, and he's got room. And he is brought to the ground, and that's how we'll wrap this one up. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them, an absolutely dominating performance.
Got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All three phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you, put up a bunch of points, and win by a lot of points.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.